All right, so welcome everyone to a racer mod test. I was actually working on the mod just to fix. Well, I mean, not to fix, but change the camera to something close to default. Let me check the animation thing again. Oh no, I have to go here. 115. Okay. All right. Everything set. So welcome everyone. It's a midweek tournament. We don't have too many players for this one, unfortunately. We didn't have too many players competing in tournaments, but we do have a special format today, which is all players are going to use three characters, and we're going to do a round robin qualification and then a final stage, which means that everybody's going to play a lot of fights, a lot of sets, using some of their favorite characters. So we had 6 people, but now we have only 5, and I'm just going to show you guys the characters that people selected. So shortly before we start, just keep in mind the following, which is for each fight you will have to use your 3 characters. You can't use the same character twice, and the number of flags will count. So as many flags as possible that you can score, the more the better. Although we have only 5 players, we do have a lot of quality in this tournament. We have Boris, we have Wiggly, Ezekiel, myself, and Racer. I consider, since everybody's going to play 3 different characters, I consider this to be basically 15 different players, right? Because each player plays another character differently. Yeah, so there are going to be a lot of different experiences that you're gonna get, even fighting the same person. So Wiggly is going to be here a little bit later, and just let's have a look at the characters that people selected for this event. So I got Isabella, Zera, and Jan. Boris got Isabella, Barabash, and Gideon. Wiggly got Yatsik, Alex, and Isabella. A little bit surprising. Probably wants to try her out. Ezekiel picked Marina, Martha, and Sam, which are his 3 mains. And the Racer with, I'd say, a pretty interesting lineup here. Martha, Sam, and Zera. So Racer is the creator of this mod. As he said it himself, he has modified a lot of animations. Sped some up, slowed a few of them down. So I'm really excited to test out his current build of the mod. And as I said, this tournament is just for fun, for testing. So it doesn't count for titles or anything like that. So it's definitely going to be fun. All fights are going to be 6 flags, just making sure they're not going to be too long, and the top 3 players of the qualification stage will qualify to the finals, as in my previous tournament. So actually the first fight is going to be me versus Racer, so the organizer versus the modder himself. And what's going to happen, so basically in each fight we're just going to keep the same sides as they were designed in the round robin, because since we have 5 people, all of them will play 2 fights from the left and 2 fights from the right, so there's no point in constantly switching the sides. So I'm gonna stay on the left, the Racer is gonna stay on the right, and here's how it's gonna happen. So basically, I'm going to pick my character first, and then he's going to pick his character. Obviously, he can pick it before me if he wants, but maybe he wants to. There's a strategic element as well, because For example, if I pick Isabella, maybe he wants to pick a counter to that, or in the next fight he wants to pick somebody else. Obviously, in the third fight, we're going to use the characters that are remaining. So there's going to be a little bit of strategy involved as well. But as I said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is how many flags you scored. And compared to other tournaments, there are 18 flags to be won in each match, which means that sometimes even losing a fight could still give you a lot of flags. So try to be aggressive and score as many flags as possible. So I'm gonna invite Racer here so we can start the dance. And again, just to avoid confusion, so each character is used only once per each match. Yeah. Okay. And obviously, you're not allowed to select somebody somebody else from apart from the characters that you signed up with. So let's have a quick look at the gameplay. We have 6 flags. Everything is good. Everything else, by the way, is on default, so it's just we're just using the mod. Okay. So I'm gonna select my first character, then Racer is gonna select his first character, and then Racer is going to select his second character, and so on. Is there something going on? Oh, precise works best. Okay, no worries. I can change that. Let's change to precise. I would have liked to use also the damage modifier. Oh, Racer starts with Martha. I start with Zera. Actually, Martha is I would say a pretty good counter to Zera. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the damage modifier. But I don't want to have like anything else except for what the mod has to offer. So we won't have any problems understanding what's going on. This definitely feels very fast. I personally enjoy the 1.1 version, but it's not that different. Oh. As I said, Zera is the only one that does not get killed by that. Nice. GG's. So that's the first one, 6-4. Now he's no. Don't swap sides. Don't swap sides. So he's taking Zera. Don't swap sides, man. Yeah, so we don't need to swap sides because each player will fight from the right and the left. I mean, it's a waste of time to just constantly switch. So he picked the Zera. I'm gonna go with my Yan and see how that goes. So 6-4 was the first fight. As I said, we're gonna count all the flags involved. waiting for him to. So he wins the next one. Right now it's um, 11-10, so it's pretty close. What the? GG's. Very nice fight. Very close. So I get the maximum. Oh, no, no, no. Actually, I don't get the maximum. My bad. I get 17 points to his 4 with 4 and with 6, 14. 17-14. So very, very close. GG's Racer. Let's see if Wiggly is here. Okay. Since he's not here, we can do Lord Boris versus me. Boris picked Isabella, Barabash, and Gedi. Let's go with Boris. One second, gotta relog. No worries. No worries. So good start. Good number of flags scored by both of us. As I said, what's important is to try to get as many flags as possible. We don't have too many fights in this qualification stage, only 10. So that's why we get more. More fights. So again, a look at what Boris picked. So he picked Isabella, he picked Barabash, and he picked Gideon. So he's going to be the one who's going to pick his first character, and I'm obviously going to pick my character according to his. And after that, we're gonna switch and whatnot. Okay, gonna wait for Boris to compete. Unfortunately, we don't have more players. If we had at least 7, we could have done a double elimination and obviously would have gone a little bit faster. But I'm actually happy with this format as well because I get to play these 3 characters a lot more. Good. All right. There's Boris. Here we go. So he's gonna be on the left for the entirety of the set. He's gonna start with Barabash, so I'm gonna answer with another saber, which is Jan. Again, with the risk of repeating myself, what's important is to try to score as many flags as possible. I understood that Racer slowed down Barabash and Jan. Honestly, they feel like in the normal game. Oh. The sped up animations look nice. Yeah, so even in fights like these that you're that things are not going well. I should just aim for scoring as many as possible. Oh my god, I'm tired again. Oh, beautiful. Went perfectly to the leg. And Boris is coming back in this fight. Scored 3 already after losing 4. Nice. This fight got a lot more competitive than it started. Oh, and that miss. Beautiful. Nice, GG. He actually wins the first fight 6-5 after being led 4-0. And we're gonna move to the next next fight. Let's see who he picks. He's going for Getty. I'm gonna go Isabella. I need to be careful in this this next fight. I like that some of Isabella's combos are a lot faster now, which means that they can punish in situations they're supposed to do that. And honestly, it looks more like how a longsword would actually move in terms of speed. Alright, I gotta be careful so I don't do the same thing as I did last time. Alright, so match 2 is done. So that was 6-2, which means that I'm now 11-8. And the last fight is the longsword fight. Boris is actually Isabella main. So he's going to use her against Mizera. Nice. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Zera feels very fast. Oh, nice. Nice scissor there. Oh, he got caught in the combo there. Good fight. Close one. And the final result is 17 points for me and 11 with 13. So 17 to 13. GG's. Okay. Let's see if Wiggly's here. GG's, man. I think he's not here yet, which means that we're gonna do Ezekiel versus Racer now. Ezekiel picked all his mains, which is Marta, Marina, and Sam. Here we go. They're in 10. Okay. We can do the fights after the next fight after you come in. Okay. Ezekiel is ready. Racer is ready. Remember, guys, we're just gonna stay on the same side. Ezekiel has Marina, Marta, and Sam. And the Racer has Marta, Sam, and Zera. So almost identical lineups. We'll see how they're going to be used in the actual tournament. Ezekiel left, Racer right. So Racer is going Marta. Let's see who Ezekiel picks. Yeah, they're gonna do a Marta mirror. We'll see how it goes. First point there goes to Racer. One now. Oh, nice blade beat there. Double. Oh, 2-1 now with a nice cut from Racer. Ezekiel is a very good Marta. Oh, and a nice dash from Racer, 3-1. Oh, and now a dash from Ezekiel, and now that dash is very dangerous because it comes out very fast. And he aims to the head. 3-3 now. Oh, nice thrust there from the side, scored by Racer. 4-3. And again, I'm probably going to say it a million times tonight. What's important is the number of flags that you score. So the more you score, the more chances you have to get one of the first 3 spots. Given the fact that we're only 5, top 3 spots are actually quite achievable. The problem is everybody in this tournament is actually a very solid player, which means it's going to be pretty hard to leave somebody behind. And so far we had 2 fights, and the results of them were actually pretty close. This fight is close as well. Racer takes the first set 6-4. Let's see who Racer picks Zera. And Ezekiel can't pick Gideon. He might go, okay, he's going Marina. Just a quick disclaimer. So I know that on the server, Racer talked about changing Marina's shield. So that is not happening, and it's not actually a part of this version. So it's her regular shield. Oh, thrust lands. A double. A low attempt there from Racer. Oh, and the thrust, the moving forward thrust. A very deceptive move. Doesn't land often, but now with this particular speed, it's a little bit better. 2 now. nice thrust to the chest now. 3. Zera has received a lot of buffs from Racer. 7 of his attacks, from what I recall, were buffed, and I could definitely feel it fighting against him and using Zera as well. Oh, and it's 6-0, and Racer is now ahead 12-4. And the last fight, which is a mirror match. Okay, it's fine. I was about to ask about the skin, but it's fine. I think now we're getting into Ezekiel's territory. He has mained Sam for a long time. Oh, nice attack there from Racer. Takes the lead. He leads 12-4 generally, and Ezekiel. Oh, nice follow up there. Ezekiel's only hope here is to get 10 points from this fight overall. Oh, the upward cut that Sam has, very fast there. 2-1. Oh, he tried the dust move, but it was a little bit too slow and got punished for a 3-1. Double. Thrust there from Ezekiel, very nice counter. 3-2. If Racer wins, nice, a good thrust there from Ezekiel as well. That thrust is very good now with this change. Racer might actually be the first one who gets 18 points out of the fight. I got 17 in both of my fights. Well, not the maximum. 4-3. Oh, got him low, got him high. Beautiful sequence there. Sam actually in this new mod version seems very strong. Nice push there, and Racer wins this decisively. 18-7 final score. Ezekiel will have some catch up to do. Okay, here we go. So Wiggly said that he can fight next. So we're gonna put him against he's gonna fight against Boris. So it's Wiggly versus Boris. Wiggly on the left, Boris on the right. Wiggly went with Jacek, Alex, and Isabella. we go. Boris has Isabella, Barabash, and Gideon. So a reminder for Wiggly, if he's listening. So we're gonna keep the same side for all 3 fights, and the most important thing is try to score as many flags as possible, and we can't use the same character twice, obviously. Here's a Boris, here's a Wiggly, and left side is gonna choose first their character in case we need to do that. I was looking at the list of characters, and well, given the fact that we don't have Wiggly's left and Boris, right? We don't have too many players. We also don't have the whole roster competing today, but we do have a good chunk of them. We got Sam, we got Isabella, we got Gideon, we have Jan and Barabash, we have Alex, Marta, Jacek, Zera, and Marina. So a couple of characters that we don't have. Alright, so Wiggly starts with his main. Jacek versus Gideon, so a battle of speed. They are speedy characters without changes. Also, oh, Jacek seems very fast. Gets punished there though. First flag for Boris. Oh, nice push there and well timed. Boris gets the second flag. Oh, Wiggly is doing some really nice stuff, but Boris is doing a very good job at punishing at the right time. Not this time though. Wiggly's aggression takes control. 3-1 is the score. Wiggly needs to be careful because of exactly that. Can get tired. 4-1. Oh, beautiful combo. 5-1 now. Oh, try to go with the side step and it's a double. Oh, nice tap to the head. 5-2. Oh, and Wiggly gets another flag there with the side step. And Boris might actually experience what I experienced against him, which was having a solid lead and then losing the set. But no, 6-4. Still, Wiggly managed to get a good comeback, and he scored a good number of flags there. All right, second set. Let's see. Looks like Boris is going with Barabash, and Wiggly's going Alex. Oh, and Alex takes the first flag. Next fight's gonna be Ezekiel versus me. Oh, nice counter there to the whiff that Boris landed. 1-1. Oh, beautiful undercut there. 2-1 for Wiggly. Oh, thunder punch. Oh, a little bit too slow there, I think. Nice push and a two-piece combo lands a 3-1. I think the reason why the first kill of Alex sometimes, first hit of Alex sometimes doesn't kill, it happens to Isabella as well, is that it hits the torso instead of the head. 4-1 now, and oh, 5-1, and now Wiggly is taking over overall. Tries to go for a push. Boris is careful. Goes low. Pure aggression here from Wiggly. Oh, goes for a jump, gets hurt in the process, and he gets it. 6-1. And we're down to the last set. The overall score is 10-7 for Wiggly. And it's actually Isabella mirror match. I've never seen Wiggly using Isabella, so it's going to be very interesting to see, especially against an Isabella main. Oh, nice cut into thrust there. A move that is now a little bit more effective with the speed. It's usually very slow in the regular. Oh, and it does land now. Beautiful. Wiggly with the first kill. Nice high guard attack there, 1-1. Some side steps. Oh, by Wiggly, and the side step B from the other side. 3-1 now, and actually counters the high guard. Oh, catches him again there with a nice attack. 4-1. It looks like Boris is coming back. It's 11-11, actually 12-11 now for Wiggly. A lot of attacks there from Wiggly, trying to find an angle. Very aggressive play there from Wiggly. Haven't seen Isabella players being that aggressive since some time. Unfortunately, whenever you play Isabella versus Isabella, it's actually quite hard to land attacks because her guard is actually very good against her own attacks. Oh, but nice thrust there. Very fast. I think Boris input something there, and it's 4-3. Oh, beautiful combo there after the pommel strike. 5-3. Oh, and it's now 6-3, and guess what? We have a draw. We have a draw between these two. Congratulations. Overall score is 13-13. It doesn't really matter that much that it is a draw. What's important is the number of flags scored. But it's actually quite interesting that it ended in a tie. 13-13. Congratulations. It was a very back and forth type of match between these two. Tie pretty much, yes. Okay, next fight it's gonna be Ezekiel versus me. I'm not actually gonna follow the entire order because since Wiggly was a little bit later here, order is a little bit different. So we're gonna try to give people some rest. Here we go. Ezekiel didn't have a great start in terms of flags scored. He scored 7 against Racer. He can definitely do a lot better than that. but he still has 3 more fights to do. Actually, 9 more sets if you want. So he's gonna have plenty of opportunities to score flags. Here we go. So he's gonna pick his first character. Let's see who he goes with. He's going Marina. Should we go? Let's go Isabella, because I need more practice. In the next set, by the way, I am going to be the one who chooses his character first. Oh, nice. I didn't even know what I wanted to do there. Disappointing. Oh, come on, man. It takes forever. Yeah, unfortunately, that's almost the only thing that works. Oh, nice. Landed over the shield. 6-4. GG's. Let's see his next character. Actually, now I'm gonna pick the character. I'm gonna go with Jan. So it's a saber fight. Sam versus Jan. I think in this version, I think Sam is actually a lot faster than Jan. His movement speed is aggressive play there from Ezekiel. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. And that's the second one. Same result, 6-4, so it's 12-8 now. And the last fight, I'm gonna use Zera, and he's gonna use Marta. And I actually get the 18, but it was a close fight. Ezekiel loses the set, but he scores a significant number of flags. So I got 18, the maximum, and he had 4 with 4 and 5. That is 13. 13 flags. A significant number. Okay. Right. Let's see what other fights we need to do. So Ezekiel just fought. So let's do Racer versus Wiggly. This one could prove very interesting. Racer is on the left side, Wiggly's on the right side. Okay. Racer is on the left, Wiggly on the right. Racer picks Marta and Wiggly picks Isabella. Actually, I think the matchup between Marta and Isabella can sometimes be frustratingly even. Like you would think, so she has the same range, she has power, she has the movement, so she can definitely dominate. But it's really not the case. Marta is actually one of the characters that can hold really well against Isabella, I think. Not saying Wiggly thought that, of course, but I say that yeah. Welcome to Asthma City. It's basically dead. And now, oh, beautiful retreated cut there from Wiggly. Gets his first flag 2-1. Tap to the throat there, 3-1. Aggression there from Wiggly, trying to get the strike in, loses the 4th flag there with a cut to the head. Yeah, compared to Marie, for example, Marie's gives in a lot more to Isabella's aggression. Her attacks are a little bit more powerful towards her guard. Oh, beautiful forward cut there from Wiggly. 4-2. 5-2 now. And Wiggly would want to score a few more, but unfortunately he doesn't get the chance. 6-2, Racer wins the first. Racer goes Zera, Wiggly goes Jacek, and I'm actually quite interested to see this one. Oh, a barrage of cuts there from Wiggly. Scores the first. 1-1. Second cut there lands for Racer. 2-1. 2-2. Very fast. Oh, and the nup cut there from Wiggly. From Racer. 3-2. Oh, nice thrust there. Does not kill. And too aggressive there, a little bit Wiggly with his attacks, and he got punished. He probably wanted to get the follow-up, but he was a little bit further away. Gets countered there as well. 5-2. Oh, and 6-2, the same score that in the first match. So it's 12-4 now. So we got one more fight. Double. First kill for Wiggly. Oh, second one with the nice cut to the head. As I said, the Wiggly can't overcome Racer in this particular fight, but he can score 10 flags overall. Scores his third now. Racer needs to be careful because he might lose. Oh, that eye guard cut was so fast. He might lose, or I think it was a cancel to something else. I'm not sure. Could prove important. Oh, jump. An upcut and a follow-up cut to the head, and Racer gets another flag, and the overhead attack there from Alex scores the fourth flag. Oh, beautiful! The Piper bob and weave there. Nice push there from Racer gets his third flag. After this match, I'm gonna tell you something interesting. I mean, interesting for me. I don't know how interesting it is for you. Regarding this particular format. Oh, try to push, but Racer pushed him back. 5-5. Oh, jump, but gets punished there. Racer actually wins this one. He was behind the whole fight. And he actually gets the 18 points in this one. And the Wiggly gets 4 with 5, 9 points. I need to check one more time if the Isabella versus Martha match was 6-2 or 6-3. Yeah, so it was accurate. So 10 points. Okay, next up we're gonna do Lord Boris versus Ezekiel. As I said, nothing is lost, even though you lost maybe a couple of sets. The top three players will qualify to the elimination stage, 3 out of 5. So it's still pretty much on the cards. Okay, let's see Boris and Ezekiel. I think this fight might actually prove like Boris and I mean, so far Racer and I have got a little bit of a lead, so it comes down to Ezekiel, Wiggly, and Boris maybe. Well, not saying that they can't get the second place, but realistically speaking, they're probably gonna fight for the third place, considering the results so far. And the first fight, Wiggly versus Boris, actually ended in a tie, and so it's very important to get as many flags as possible in the others. Okay, Boris takes left side, Ezekiel takes right side. And until these two gentlemen are going to pick their characters, I'm going to tell you something interesting. So a few years ago, well, more than a few years actually, there was a Mortal Kombat tournament. Like it was Evo. Evo is the biggest fighting games competition, like a professional competition with money prizes and whatnot. No, well, no. Actually, we're Boris is left in Gideon versus Marina. So there was this tournament, and there was a DLC character, for the name of Tanya. Those of you who played Mortal Kombat, you probably know her. It was Mortal Kombat X, and she was absolutely broken, and basically everyone in the top 8 tournament, in the final tournament, picked Tanya. So we had only Tanya mirror matches. And back then, I said to myself, oh, second flag there for Ezekiel. I told myself, I think in a fighting game, in all matches, players should select 3 characters. So it's not a matter of balance. It's more about the balance. It's not a matter of character balance. It's about the ability to play multiple characters and still win. And obviously, when you pick characters, okay, you may pick like the top 3 most powerful characters, but in any fighting game, it's not actually clear cut who's top 3. Yeah, okay, maybe you have like the first, but not who's top 3. So back then I had this idea that fighting game tournaments should always have matches where people play with 3 different characters instead of playing only one. I can't say that I have the same mentality now, obviously, after people just play like one character. Ezekiel takes the complete lead of this fight here with 5 flags against Getty. But honestly, I wouldn't be against. Oh, set, game, and match 6-0 here. Marina proved a little bit too strong for Getty. Ezekiel gets the first lead. All right, we're gonna move to the second fight. Ezekiel going Sam and Boris going Barabash. Needs to say something here because Ezekiel is taking control. Yeah, so I wouldn't be against this idea of that all competitive tournaments will need. I mean, in all competitive tournaments, you would need to play 3 characters in every match. I think on one side it would fix a lot of character balance issues, because even if you pick like the commonly most accepted 3 best characters in the game, every character, regardless if it's the best in the game. Oh, nice cut there from Ezekiel. If it's the best in the game, each character still has bad matchups or even matchups or you know, fights that are uncomfortable for that particular character. So having 3 characters for each player will make the dynamic a lot more effective than just playing one. Oh, a nice leg void there cut. But that's just me thinking. Obviously, the counter argument to that will probably be like, bro, I just want to play the character that I want to play. Oh, first kill there for Boris. 3-1. Let's see if he mounts a comeback. I just want to play my own character, and I don't want to play any other characters. Fun fact is, in the UFC game, in UFC 3, you were allowed to pick your weight class, and you could basically play whoever you want for every fight. But in UFC 4 and UFC 5, they changed that, so every 30 minutes, you are forced to play in 3 different weight classes. So obviously, playing with 3 different characters, right? 5-1 now. Ezekiel is completely dominating this match here. He's way ahead, and Boris needs to change something because he's going to be behind on a number of flags by the end of this particular match. Nice side double. That way, people, I mean, in a competitive environment, there are some things that you may not be comfortable with, and you would have to adapt. 6-1 now after a 6-0 win, and we're going into the last set. Boris really needs this last one, and he's actually going to fight with his main against Marta. And remember what I said earlier, that this matchup is not as easy as people might think. I do favor Isabella, obviously, against Marta, but I think it's a lot more balanced than people think. Oh, nice thrust there. Boris gets the first kill. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a question for this is a question for philosophy then, or I mean, why not? I think it's pretty much a philosophical debate. Oh, and again a nice thrust while Ezekiel was trying to strafe to see if people should actually use 3 characters in tournaments instead of just using 1. I mean, I don't think anybody can oppose that. Using 3 characters will definitely be a lot more balanced than using just 1. That's for sure. Oh, nice thrust to the belly there. 3. 3-1. Oh, nice cut there. 4-1. So Boris is getting close to getting a good number of flags here from this fight and not allowing Ezekiel to get too many. Well, he's already got 13, so he probably doesn't want to. Oh, nice. I really like that thrust, but the dash actually scores this time. 4-2. Oh, and a nice side step there from Ezekiel. 3. Oh. Tried the the cut there to the head, I think it landed on the torso. It's probably what happens with Zera as well. I think it lands on the torso more than it lands on the head. 4-4. I like to joke around about Zera's head being iron, but it's probably a lot of attacks hit the torso instead of hitting the head. The fight is a lot more balanced now. Oh, and then again another dash. 5-4. It looks like Ezekiel might score 18 points in this fight. And again, I think Boris was doing some movement there and he got hit. Solid win here for Ezekiel. 18-5. So Lord Boris needs to do something. Needs to in his last fight. Yeah, I think he has one fight left. Yeah, in his last fight, he needs to be very. He needs to score a lot of flags. Okay, next fight is gonna be me versus Wiggly. But before I get Wiggles in, I mean, actually, I can get him in, but I need to go to the bathroom really quick. And then we have two more fights in the qualification stage. One is Wiggly versus Ezekiel, and the other one is Racer versus Boris. Ramblers. Let's get rambling. Here we go. Alright, I am back. So I am fighting Wiggly now. I am gonna be on the left and he's gonna be on the right. So he's going straight with his main, with Jacek. I'm going Zera. See how it goes. Oh, right at the last moment I recovered. Oh, beautiful. Nice. 6-2. Let's move to the next fight. So Jan versus Isabella. That corkscrew. So last fight. Score right now is 12-4. Wiggly needs a couple of flags in this one. Bob. Oh, that one worked well. 6-0. Overall score 18-2. Unfortunately, 18-4. Sorry. Wiggly did not score too many flags in this one, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. He has one more fight. Now we have Racer versus Boris. And as I said, most likely, so I got the first place. I know that I have it guaranteed now. Racer is probably going to get second unless something happens here that is really unexpected. And for the third spot, it's going to be Ezekiel and Ezekiel, Wiggly, and Boris. And I think, I mean, Ezekiel actually had won one of the fights by getting 18 points, so he's probably going to be on pole position for that. Actually, let's have a look before the last. Let's get these guys in here. Let's have a look at the standings. Here we go. So I get the first place, and I'm directly qualified to the final. Racer is second with 50 points. Ezekiel has 38. Boris has 31. And Wiggly has 26. And actually, Wiggly has it in his hands, because if he defeats Ezekiel at a good difference, did they fight? Wiggly and Ezekiel? No. Yeah, if he beats Ezekiel at a good difference, and Racer beats Lord Boris, Wiggly might get third here, even though he's last now. Good. Let's go with Racer versus Boris, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Immediately after this fight, we're going to see exactly what needs to happen in the last round. Racer going Marta. Boris going Barabash. I think Barabash is a good choice against Marta. Usually a character that does well against her. Oh, first kill there. Actually, Boris has a very good chance of even getting the second place here if he defeats Racer at a good difference. But honestly, second place or third place, it doesn't matter that much, because both second place and third place are going to go into the semi-final, where it's going to be a best of 3 using the characters that they have. So it's not going to be flag based anymore. It's going to be just best of 3. But what Boris wants to do here is to try to secure. Oh, nice thrust there! Is to try to secure his third place that he has right now. He's a little bit ahead. Or was it Ezekiel on the third place? I don't remember. All right, we're gonna see. Nice thrust to the head. the racer is now, so it's 2-2. Honestly, I like Marta at this speed. I think. Oh, nice cut to the head. I think this is probably the speed or close to it that Marta needs to have overall, or Rapers need to have in general, because they don't really do much damage, so they need to be fast at least. Oh, 3-3 now. I mean, that's the one thing that I never liked about Marta, which is that she's sluggish. Oh, nice Thunder Punch, and it actually lands under the hand there. Because if Marta was fast, then she would be really nice to play with. Oh, and again the Thunder Punch works. 5-3, and Boris is about to get a pretty good win here. I mean, a set win. And as I said, Boris is more on... Oh, the punch to the face. Boris is more on a competition with Wiggly and Ezekiel right now than he is with Racer. So, if he manages to score a good number of flags against Racer, he's he might end up in the semi-final. Oh, but unfortunately, Racer is still a little bit too powerful here. Still a good number of flags scored there by Boris, 6-5. So I think from that point of view, he's happy. Zero versus Getty now. And the last fight is going to be Sam versus Isabella. And I think that's going to be very tough for Boris. Thrust up, and the kill. One now. Oh, nice cut there, very fast. 2-1. The thrust there gets blocked. 3-2. Sorry, 2-2 now. Oh, went for the side step there. There was a push. Zera blocked it actually and managed to counter. 3-2. Thrust. Oh, Racer is tired. Oh, and he gets a double eventually. Actually, I think he recovered. Oh, beautiful combination there from Boris. 3-3. So after this one, we have Ezekiel and Wiggly. The last last fight of the qualification. Oh, beautiful cut to the head there. And after that, we're going to have the semi-final and the final, or the finals. 4-4 now. Oh! Fifth flag there from Boris. Boris is doing great against Racer here. Boris, by the way, is the only North American player in this tournament. Everybody else is from Europe. Oh, and it's again 5-5. Let's see if Racer gets the last one again, or if this time Boris is the one who gets it. Oh, and again to the leg. Oh, the thrust did not land, but the cut then landed. So it's now 11-11. We're going into the last fight. Sam versus Isabella. And as I said, Boris needs to be careful here because I consider Sam to be one of the characters that actually give Isabella trouble. I'd still favor Isabella in the matchup, but I think it gives her trouble. Not here in the first flag though. Oh, got to zombie mode 1-1. And the new version of Sam in this mode is actually pretty good, very fast. 2-1. Oh, gets countered there, 2-2. Oh, the side step A into the tap. Posta di Vena there. Oh, and a nice forward attack, and the 3-2 now for Boris. Actually, Boris might secure his third place here in this fight because he's doing great against Racer. He's scoring a lot of flags, something that the other players weren't really able to do. But also Boris had one particular match against Ezekiel where he scored too many flags. He lost at a pretty big difference. This is going toe to toe, 14-14, the overall score. Oh, and Boris gets the cut. 4-3. Tried this workout there. Needs to be careful. He's gonna get tired. Yes, 4-4. Going toe to toe. 15-15 is this one. Very curious to see who's gonna get the win. And Racer gets the fifth flag here. Wins are not really important. Flags are, but it's still gonna be interesting because they've been, as I said, going toe to toe. Oh, the thrust did not kill. Wasn't powerful enough. Oh, and the thrust there from Racer, and he secures the win eventually there. But it was a great set between the two, and I think Boris is probably quite content with the number of flags that he scored overall. 17 points scored by Racer, and 15 scored by Boris. Alright, so let's have a look at the standings now before the last fight and see what do people need in order to move on to the elimination stage. So I get the first place. Racer is second with 67 points. Boris right now has 46. Ezekiel's has 38. and Wiggly has 26. Um, Wiggly actually needs to. Actually, I don't think he can. No, I don't think he can't surpass Boris. Unfortunately, he can't surpass Boris. Ezekiel, though, he needs 8 flags. Ezekiel needs 8 flags in order to take the third place. 18 to 20 with 26 is 44, right? Yeah. So unfortunately, Wiggly is not going to be able to get into the elimination stage, but he can get the win here and stop Ezekiel from getting the third place. So let's get on with the last fight. Wiggly versus Ezekiel. Yeah, so Ezekiel would needs 8 flags overall to move on. Here we go. Personally, as a fan, not as an organizer, I would love to see Boris and Racer running it back in the semifinal in a best of 3. But if Ezekiel manages to win, I mean to get the necessary points, then props to him. Ezekiel is here. Wiggly is here. So this is the final match of the qualification stage. Wiggly is taking left, Ezekiel taking right. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for Ezekiel to get 8 flags in 3 matches. 8 flags out of 18. Wiggly left, Ezekiel right. But we'll see. Isabella first for Wiggly. And Marta for Ezekiel. So I think this is the second time Wiggly faces Marta as Isabella. First flag there for Wiggly. Nice side step. Ezekiel gets the second flag. Again, another reminder for Racer and his next opponent. Oh, high guard, 1-1. Racer and his next opponent. So the next fight in the semifinal, it's not gonna have the same flag format. It's gonna be a simple best of 3, where you would have to use the characters. So the first 2 characters that you're gonna use are gonna be very important because they might actually lose you the match before you even get into the third, before using the third character. 2-1 now. 3-1 for Ezekiel. 4-1, going in low guard, a little bit too fast there for it. Oh, and the cut into thrust looks like Wiggly really likes that. Attack is an attack that Jacek has as well. It's basically the same input. Honestly, seeing Isabella this fast feels a little bit more natural. And she's actually not, I mean, she doesn't feel overpowered or anything, but more competitive in that regard. 4-3. Wiggly is hurt. I mean, especially when the other characters are as faster. It's as an Isabella main, it's a trade I'm willing to make, which is everybody else is faster, but she's also fast. Oh, and a nice dash attack, and it actually lands 4-4. Oh, and the nice cut there to the head, and looks like Ezekiel, Wiggly is taking control of this particular set. 5-5 now. Let's see who gets the final flag in this set. It was pretty entertaining to watch. Ezekiel landed a couple of shots there, but they weren't powerful enough. And again, another one. Wiggly needs to be careful. He's very hurt. Ezekiel is hurt as well, but oh, and a cut to the head, and Ezekiel wins this first set, 6-5. All right, we're moving into the next match. Marina for Ezekiel. Let's see who Wiggly picks. I'm going Alex. First kill for Marina here. Ezekiel is one flag away, which he gets right now, and Ezekiel is gonna get the third place after scoring the 8th flag, the 9th now actually. We're still obviously we're still gonna let these players finish off their sets. Oh, and the twirly move actually lands there, threw Ezekiel off 3-2. One to the head, 4-2. That laugh is very annoying, I assume, for the player that is losing this. Oh, nice sidestep there. 4-3. thrusted ahead. 5-3. Five to 4 now. Wiggly's closing the gap. And another one. 5-5. Oh, and 6-5. Looks like Wiggly gets this one, and they're even now. 11-11. And now we have the last fight, which is Sam versus Yahtzee. I'll be right back.
Moje.
Alright, I'm back. Looks like Ezekiel is taking control of this fight. This set, I mean. 5-2-2. Oh, the second attack hit the guard there, unfortunately, and Ezekiel wins this one. 6-2. Thank you very much, Wiggly, for competing. Ezekiel will be fighting in the elimination stage. The final score is 17 for Ezekiel and 13 for Wiggly. Alright, so it's pretty obvious. I'm first place, so I'm qualified directly to the final with 2 lives. Racer is number 2. Ezekiel is number 3. And this is the next this is the semi-final, a best of 3 between Racer and Ezekiel. Let me see if Ezekiel is ready to fight. Let's do it. Okay, he's ready to fight. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're not gonna switch sides or anything like that. We're just gonna go with left side, Racer and Ezekiel on the right side, since we have 3 fights. But this is a best of 3. Let me see if people are listening. Just Ezekiel. Okay, gonna make sure. All right. Racer versus Ezekiel. As I said, now it's a best of 3. In the qualification stage, the score was I'm just gonna have a look. 18-7 for Racer, so it was pretty one-sided. Racer won all the fights. We'll see what happens now. Ezekiel now has nothing to lose. Racer is here. Racer picking some unusual characters today, and he actually said it some time ago that he just wants to have some fun with some characters. Oh, he picked Isabella. You can't pick Isabella because you don't have her. Marta versus Marina. Okay. First 2 flags go to Marina. I think this is probably a very good choice here for Ezekiel going Marina against Marta. I think Marina can have a little bit of an advantage against Marta 3-1 because she can block most of her attacks, and since Marta doesn't do much damage either way. I mean, in theory, rapiers do a lot of damage like we see here, but the problem is that most of their attacks need to hit perfectly in order to kill, and that's a little bit harder to do. Beats the blade there. Ezekiel is a little bit hurt. Oh, lands a hit there. He's a little bit too aggressive being hurt. Needs to be careful. Oh, and his attack actually lands there, 4-2. Alright, he tried the thrust there, but Racer went with the low attack and scored. 4-3. As I said, the Racer going with an interesting selection of characters here in this event. He probably wanted to see how characters that he tweaked deal in a competitive environment, let's call it. Oh, and again, another thrust to the face. Otherwise, I would say Racer would probably go Isabella, Marina, and maybe Kalkstein. I think those are the characters that he probably used the most in tournaments. Oh, and a nice thrust to the face there from Racer. Very aggressive play from Ezekiel. Needs to be careful. He has 2 match points here. Flags do not matter anymore, so it's all about winning. Double. Oh, and he actually wins the first set. So 1-0 for Ezekiel. The next pick is going to be back and forth in Zera. Zera versus Marta. And the last fight, if it gets to that, it's going to be Sam Mirror. Ezekiel needs 1 more win to qualify to the final. And Ezekiel has already a final. He got a final, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to get the challenger title today if he gets the second place, because this tournament is not ranked. All tournaments where you use different characters, I mean the rules force you to use different characters and whatnot, they're not oh, nice retreat thrust, they're not allowed for titles. Oh, missed the attack there, and that was a very good side step here for Ezekiel. I think Marta versus Zero is actually a pretty doable for Marta. Oh, and the third one. Ezekiel actually quite close to a big surprise here, having lost 18-7 against Racer. 4-1 now. He needs 2 more to win this and qualify to the final. Oh, nice cuts there from Racer. 4-2. 5-2 now, and Ezekiel has 4 match points to qualify to the final. Actually, quite a surprise if you ask me. Not because Ezekiel is not a good player, but after seeing what happened in the qualification stage, actually I think his first pick was great against Racer's Marta. He managed to get a little. Oh, and he actually wins this one 6-3, and that's it. That's it. Ezekiel wins 2-0. Thank you very much, Racer, for competing, and also thank you very much for the mod, obviously, because it was all your work. It was pretty fun so far, but Ezekiel looked very good. So Ezekiel qualifies to the final. He's gonna face me there. I'm gonna be on the left, and he's gonna be on the right. And we're gonna do the same thing, which is a best of 3. But if he defeats me in the first one, we're gonna do another one, another best of 3. So let me ask him if he's ready. He probably wants to continue. Oh, just a moment. Okay. It was a pretty interesting. I don't even remember what was the score between us. I know that I won, but I don't remember what was the score. Oh, 18-13. It was actually quite close, I think. Yeah, so that's kind of the benefit of being top. You get you get 2 lives in the final. The logic behind it is quite simple, which is the winner of the qualification is basically in the winner's bracket. The number 2 and number 3, they're basically in the lower bracket. That's kind of how it works. So they fight, and then they qualify to the grand final, where they have to defeat the number 1 player twice. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I think fights that are not based on flags may be a little bit more tense. see how maybe this time we're gonna have a different order with the characters. Obviously, since I'm first place, I will be the one to pick the first character. So we're gonna see from there how things are going to evolve. Oh, I think he's ready. I think he's. Oh, but my controller is not working. Alright, so the grand final starts. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go Zera. And he's going Marta. I think it was the same fight that we had. And I'm not sure if I won it or not, but I remember it being quite close. Probably a 6-5. So I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious. Ezekiel is very dangerous. Nice one. Oh, I actually landed that move. Strong cuts to the arm there. Jesus, look at that. Samurai anime. Back Y. Haven't seen too many back Ys today. Oh, nice. Retreat. Okay, down to the last flag here. Oh, beautiful. So he gets the first set. Might get the second here is all. Gotta be careful. GG. So he wins the first fight, and we're gonna switch sides. And he needs to beat me in this one as well. I have to say that's really annoying to fight Marina. Really annoying. Swap sides, man. Now we're gonna do. You're gonna be on left. Ezekiel gonna pick first now. Wing Marina. Let's do it. Both fights ended in 6-5. I can't believe that I recovered before someone else did. Alright, so I win the first one. Let's see the next two. So Jan versus Sam. If I win this one, I win. If he wins this one, we're going into the last match. Which is actually Marta versus Zero, I think. Oh, and it's a matchup that I don't like that much. Didn't expect that to land. Alright, and I need one more to win the tournament. And the sidestep, and that's it. 2-0. And I win the tournament. Ezekiel was very tough though. Very, very tough. But he gets second place today. He managed to get a couple of good wins. I hope you guys enjoyed the event, enjoyed watching, enjoyed playing. Those of you who competed, it was pretty nice. It was a good experience to check out the mod and all the things. Obviously, it needs a little bit of adjusting to everything that is going on, but I liked it. And we'll see tomorrow what we're gonna do. Probably until Racer manages to balance everything out, we're still gonna use his mod, but we're probably just gonna use like a global modifier of 1.1, the same one that we used last time, just to make sure that there are no characters that get like a buff or a nerf until we figure out the perfect balance. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for